Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
The Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats. And
a shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Gets it out fast. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. He breaks a tackle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And you want to run the football. Hey, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
To the air. It's Brewer. Trying to get to him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense.
29 Philly.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But a great job in the base defense making a play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Buying some time. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run play action. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field positions.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that.
Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Motion from the offense. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. The Razorbacks will move the sticks.
And these jet sweeps used to be plays where you ran to try to trick them and get out wide and make big plays. But now, short yardage situations, you start to pack it in tight. Okay, I'll go out wide. I'll pick up my 5 to 10 yards and make it easy and get me a first down.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Quick completion on the out route. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Brewer. Dances away to buy time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So now to start the 2nd quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking for a man. It's Brewer. Had to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Here's the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Pick up for 5. It'll be third down and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds his big tight end. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing angle routes, especially against man coverage. You know you've got your running back one-on-one with that linebacker, and that's a play your running back should win every time.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out of this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Baylor proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Bears team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me.
They'll start this drive with an end around.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Caught behind the line. It's Hope. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's high. Coming after it. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll leave it with him. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Touch pass on the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Works the middle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Castro.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more.
The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Quarterback on the keeper. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Throws for the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the stairs.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is to 36. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The give to the back. Fights off the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Booth. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll try the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pulls it in. The expressway is wide open. Inside, into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Brewer. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Showing off the arm. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10.
4-2 Spider.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And he's got it! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Now improvising. Got his man on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there?
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside zone 5. And the returner goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wants to throw. It's Brewer. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They want that clock to run. Tackle is made after the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look